Hi, my name is Jake Cooper. I'm the owner of Cooper CFOs and Consultants. We're a virtual CFO firm focusing on advisory services and also handling back office accounting. We're a team of 45 people distributed all across Canada, no brick and mortar location per se, and we work with about 12 people from Entigrity currently. Early on, we tried outsourcing tax work because that was kind of a thing of the industry. It didn't turn out great, to be honest. It was done in a black box, and we were not really able to work with the team that was working on our stuff, and so it wasn't very successful. Later, we also tried bookkeeping, same thing there. Even your best processes sometimes just need some further insight or discussion, and since we weren't able to reach out to the team and talk to them, it made our work very difficult. With Entigrity, what really drew us to work with them was the fact that the staff worked as our own team, like any other team member in Canada working remotely, and it made working with them very easy. Further, from a security standpoint, we as a virtual firm are very secure, and we work really hard to ensure that our data integrity is always very clean. So there were a lot of questions that we had regarding the process and working with the Entigrity team, as we wanted to make sure that they too had robust compliance and everything was super tight in terms of access. We provide just view-only access to the websites if required so they can carry out their job seamlessly. And we don't have to worry about giving any compromising information out like bank account information or IDs or anything like that. Our current team has approximately 12 virtual controllers working with clients, and each has a team of 2 senior accountants. Our controllers are focused more on the strategy side of the business, retaining and expanding client relationship. The senior accountant's role is more of an analysis review in the books, supported by our bookkeeping team at Entigrity to ensure that the day-to-day work is done and it's accurate. So, in terms of scaling, that's the kind of ratio we want to look at. 1 controller to 2 senior accountants is 1 business unit. And then each senior accountant having a bookkeeper or accountant from Entigrity assigned to him. So that's how we're scaling. What we did to make sure that the team from Entigrity felt welcome and there was no cultural divides was having them in our virtual office, having video conferencing, and being able to talk to people. It made it a lot easier to work with them. So, these days a lot of people work through Slack, telephone, or video conferencing, and that's how we build a virtual office culture, that we're able to sit right next to somebody from Oakville versus somebody from India. And there's really no difference. They pop in the office, they just turn on their cameras, and just start talking and working through solutions, sharing screens. It's been great. Well, it started with our SOP, so anything repeatable that we knew we could measure and monitor, that's what we wanted to make sure we gave to the team. So we had a standard operating procedure for each one of our tasks, so bills paid, bank reconciliations, journal entries, all these kinds of normal accounting stuff, things that happen on a recurring basis. We made sure that we went through our entire client base and customized the processes for some of the clients if there were a few different added-on things. And then we started off with giving the Entigrity team those tasks first, and then as we saw they were doing a good job with that, we moved to things like bill coding, etc. So every client of ours has their own unique one-offs, and they were nicely handled by the Entigrity team. In the long run, our hope is to continue to leverage the Entigrity team as we grow. As I mentioned, our intent is to continue to grow, hopefully, at the tune of 7 to 10 team members a year, and we would match that with an Entigrity team member as well. If I was talking to another firm about the need or want to use Entigrity, my recommendation would be to make sure that you start with things that are recurring, that you can review and measure on a pretty easy basis. I would also tell them that hours overlap is a nice thing, so you can talk to the offshore staff person. I think when people delegate, one of the biggest mistakes they make is that they'll give a task and don't explain exactly how to get it done. And then when reviewing it, they'll go back and say, hey, you missed these things. So what we do with our integrity team is to show them the process, then give them the tools to be able to review it themselves. Therefore, by the time we've gotten to go review it, we can just kind of double check the review work as opposed to reworking the entire thing. If you're going to spend your time reviewing every single thing they do, then you're not going to find time for the time savings, basically. But if you can have them do it, review it before it comes to you, that's going to work out really well.